So I'm on to Bad Boys, Ride or Die. Now, I did not know that there were other Bad Boys. Like, before going into this movie, I thought this was like just, a random movie. I should have realised when it said Ride or Die and it didn't just say Bad Boys, but like, whatever. I just thought it was a cool title. I did not realise I had to know what the other movies were about to kind of grasp fully what was going on, because obviously I didn't really know why the son was in jail or anything. Like, so many of these questions I still had. I kind of looked it up after, so I found out what happened in the other movies. I just haven't watched them. Like, I've looked it up to see what happened. I should probably watch the other three. I think there are three, yeah, because I think this is the fourth one. So the fact that I just didn't watch those is crazy to me. Like, obviously, just by default, this movie might be my favourite then, just because of that. Like, because I actually really liked this movie. Like, everything about it. I loved the chemistry between what are their names? Will Smith, obviously, but then Martin, I forgot his name, but like Marcus and Mike, they were so good. Like, they were such good characters. They were so good together. I think from what other people were saying, when I was looking stuff up about this movie, people were saying like how different they are, because I think in like the first ones it was the opposite way around. Like, Will Smith's character Mike was like the funny one, and then it was the but I guess they've changed, so they've grown up. But I really like this. I really like the fact that Marcus was so funny. Like, the fact that he just thought he wasn't gonna die at any point. Like, he just really just went for it every single chance he got. And that really tall dude, when he got killed, like, I was really shocked, because I didn't think he would die that fast. Like, they only just met up with him and then he just got shot. He just died. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy to me. But like, he was really good. Like, the fact that he was trying to tell them like it's over here, but they weren't getting it at first, and then they finally realized. I also didn't know that in the third movie, Vanessa, I don't know why I said Gabriella. Vanessa Hudgens. I didn't realize she was in this movie. She was in the third one, and she was in this one. I did not realize she was in this movie. Like, from the trailers, they weren't showing the kids really at all. So I didn't know that, like, she was in it. I didn't know that Alexander Ludwig was in it. I did not know, and I know him from the Hunger Games, and not from The Boys, because I think he's in The Boys as well. But I know that a lot of people are going to know him from The Boys and not The Hunger Games, because he was only in the first one and for a really short time. But he was like shown a lot, in that movie. Anyway, so I absolutely loved Jacob Scipio. I don't know how you say his name, but the guy who played Armando, the son, he was so hot. Like, I could not stop watching him. Whenever he was on the screen at any point, I was always drawn to him. Like, my eyes just went his way, whether he was in the background or not. I was looking at him, and that was so difficult, because I absolutely loved Alexander Ludwig, and I loved Vanessa Hudgens, and I loved him, and I loved them three. Them three in this movie were amazing to me. Like, they were so, all three of them were so hot in this movie. Like, they were so, oh my god, it was crazy. And I did not expect to see Kelly and Dawn, like, that's their character names. I did not expect to see Vanessa and Alexander as like a couple. I did not. Like, that would have never been on my bingo card at all. Like, I just never thought about that. I just thought they were going to be colleagues, and that was it. I did not realize they were going to be a couple, but that was such good, like, I don't know, I bet that was such a good reveal for people, that, because I don't think in the third one they were a couple, they were just kind of there. But also the other guy who was, like, there were three of them in the third movie, but the other guy wasn't in this movie, so I don't know why he wasn't there. Like, I forgot his name, Charles Milton or something like that, but I don't know why he wasn't in this movie. Like, I was really confused, honestly, when I was looking through the cast, and it said he was like there, but then he wasn't in the movie, because I know his face, I would have known he was there. and then I just saw him in the third one, and I was like I saw him in pictures for the third one, you know, like I haven't watched the third one, but anyway, let me read this. Yeah. Yeah, so my favorite people in this, Armando, Kelly, Dawn, and Marcus were like my favorite ones. Like they those four were my favorite characters in this movie. They were my best. They were just amazing. I loved, what does that say? Eric? I don't know what that says. Something. Oh, Eric Dara or something like that. And then Ion Griffodas. I might pick pictures of them up. But like the villains, the two guy villains, like the one who was really blonde and like all grey. And then the other guy who was like her boyfriend, and then like she realized after talking to Mike, I think it was, that like she was with the guy that was helping the bad guys, you know, like I really didn't expect at first I thought that guy was going to be a bad person, but then when he was trying to help Mike, I thought maybe he was actually a good guy, and I thought wrong. But because I didn't know any of these characters, I just kept assuming everybody was bad at some points, and I just really didn't know who to trust. But it was kind of funny. Like 5 of them I ended up trusting completely, like the 5 that were kind of the group, you know, and then Armando I kind of was okay with. He was just kind of there, and I was like, do I trust him? But also, like, when he saved that girl, like the daughter of that policewoman, I was really like happy, you know. Every time he kept getting like stabbed or whatever it was, I think he was getting stabbed and shot, but like he kept on keeping his body so that she wasn't going to get hurt, you know. So it was really insane. Like that scene was so hard to watch because I was honestly feeling so bad for him, like and then so the guy who plays the bad guy, like Eric, I don't remember his name in the movie, but he was really good. Like I've seen him in Grey's Anatomy, and that's why I recognized him when I first looked at his face in this. But the fact that he played this role so well was crazy. Like, and the way he died was so funny though. But I loved it. I think it was really good. I think he did a really good job of playing that villain. He really suited it as well, which is crazy. And what's his name? Reggie was so cool. That scene where he literally just killed all those people, like when he killed everybody for his family, like that was insane. And I know that a lot of people will probably be annoyed if they watch this like review and they know that my first like seeing of Reggie was just this scene, like was just him in general in this, because I'm pretty sure he starts off kind of probably really lanky and stuff, because he looks like he's just only become not a child, so he's probably like 20 or 30 right now, like the actor. So the fact that he probably I think he was in the second one, that's when he came into it, so I think the fact that he grew up in these movies is insane. And the fact that in this part he really got to save people. Like I think a lot of people were saying that Reggie's part and Armando's prison scene were like their favorite parts, like the action parts at least. And honestly, they're both really cool. Like the fact that he knew in the prison that they were gonna try and, you know, get him, they were gonna try and kill him. He was just so cool, the way he was just going nonchalantly around, just trying to like sort himself out so he could hit people. And then obviously Reggie was so cool when he was just like, they were watching it on the camera, like everything like that, and it was so cool for us watching it through the camera, as well as the fact that we could see it in the actual room. That I thought it was so cool, the way they went back and forth. But he was great. And it said that I think he was in the military or something, and he's just come back from like, I don't know if they said he was training or if he just came back for like the break thing that they have, you know, like I forgot the names of everything about it, but I think that was great. That he'd obviously learn in there how to protect people, how to use guns and stuff properly, and I think that was just great. I love the fact that I really liked Mike's wife. I forgot her name, but she was really pretty, and she was also really cool. The fact that she was trying to keep the girl safe, Callie. And Callie was really good. Like the fact that she tried to save Armando, and obviously her mum actually let him leave. And then we find out obviously that he is gone, like he went on that boat and stuff. I kind of felt bad for him though, because he was so beaten up, like he was so badly injured. Like I don't understand why they didn't fix him up first, but also like the police were already there. They had to get him to leave, you know. But then I still feel bad for him because like he's got nobody. Like his mum is dead and everything. Like as I told you, I haven't watched any of it, but I've read everything that's happened, so I already know everything, you know. So I don't know if I will end up watching these things, but if everybody says I should definitely watch them in order, I will. But that's it. Yeah, I really liked this movie. That it's definitely one of my favorites. I think out of all of the ones I've talked about so far, I think If and Bad Boys are my favorite two out of the ones I've just talked about so far.